Hi, I'm gonna show you how to do New York style cheesecake. So what you need is gonna be a bowl, 3 eggs, and sour cream, any type you like, cream cheese, sugar, vanilla extract, milk, a little bit of flour, and all types of measuring cups, spatula, flour shifter or strainer if you don't have one, and these two 8-inch pie crust. Another thing you would need for this cheesecake is a pan with water in it, just halfway filled. If you want to add some chocolate swirls in your cheesecake, you gotta have a pot, a metal bowl, some chocolate, any favorite chocolate you have, a spatula to melt the chocolate. The first thing you do is to get your cream cheese. Make sure the cream cheese are room temperature. So just open 3 packs of 8-ounce cream cheese. Open them up and then put it in a bowl. Use the spatula and then you start cutting them in little cubes. That'll make it easier to soften. Pushing them towards the bowl. That way it will be soft and you look like whipped cream cheese. Keep doing this until you feel that there's no huge block in it and it should look like the whipped cream cheese. Once you're done softening the cream cheese, you can go ahead and add sour cream. Add 1 cup of sour cream. We'll use a measuring cup. Now that you added sour cream, you gotta mix it and do it the same way that I was softening the cream cheese. Push the sour cream towards the bowl and mix it with the cream cheese. After you added sour cream, you have to add milk. So you can get any kind of milk and then add 3/4 cups of milk and again mix it. When you add milk, it's a little bit difficult to mix, but just do it the same way and you eventually mix together. When you see it's getting mixed a little bit better than before, then you can start just making circular movements. It's gonna be easier to mix. And while you're mixing it, make sure you're pulling the cream cheese toward the edge of the bowl. Now that the cream cheese mixture has got so soft and creamy like this, you can go ahead and add the eggs. For the recipe, we need 3 eggs, but if you're considering your health, you can go ahead and reduce it for 2. Be careful not to get the eggshells in it. And once you crack them, you start mixing one at a time. So you mix 1 egg and then you go ahead and crack the second one. If you're concerned about the color of the cheesecake, you can omit the egg yolk. That way it will just look white. And then you can go ahead and add the second one. Crack the last egg. And you start mixing the same thing. Once you're done mixing it, then you go ahead and pour vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon. This is half tablespoon, so I'm gonna put 2 of this. And since I'm using black vanilla extract, it's gonna change the color a bit. If you want, you can purchase the white one. And now we're gonna add the sugar. For this one, we need 1.5 cup of sugar. I'm using a 1/4 cup. And then you start mixing it. When you're mixing the batter, you try to not mix it too fast because then you'll get the air into the batter, and then when you're baking it, it's gonna crack it. And if you see bubbles, then try to squeeze them out. After you're done mixing the sugar, we add a little bit of flour, just 1 tablespoon of flour. Loosen up the flour with the spoon first. Use a strainer or a sifter if you have one to sift the flour. Then just mix it until it's evenly distributed in the mix. Now that you have the batter ready, you can go ahead and pour it into the pie crust. Try to fill it at the top Sometimes you have the option to add chocolate chips if you love chocolate, and you can add them at the bottom before you pour the cream cheese mixture. If you want to add the chocolate swirls, you have to have the melted chocolate prepared. So start pouring the chocolate on the cheesecake. Use a toothpick to just mix it around. Now you can make any pattern you like and then just swirl. Once you're done, then you can go ahead and put the cheesecake into the oven. Now that the batter is ready to put in the oven, you gotta make sure the oven is preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. So now that the oven is preheated, you open it and then put this pan with water that we prepared earlier at the very bottom of the rack. It prevents the cheesecake from cracking. And then you have the cheesecake here, and you go ahead and put it on the other rack. So you just close it. Then you just have to bake for 45 minutes to an hour. Just keep checking it after 45 minutes to see if the cheesecake is breaking. If you see there's breaking and the sides are burning, then you can take it out. Now 45 minutes has passed and the cheesecakes are ready, so I'm gonna take them out. Usually you have to wait at least 30 minutes up to 5 hours and let them cool down.